Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swamini Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Om Ajnanatimirādasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Chapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarva Karana Karanam Om Tat Sat Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Secrets, Raja Guhyam. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, now we are in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We are understanding a lot of knowledge in this chapter, the most confidential knowledge. Everything about Krishna we are understanding. We cannot get it from anywhere else because here Krishna himself directly gives this knowledge about himself. About Krishna only he has to teach us, he has to give us. There is no other ways, any science or experiment you can find out about Krishna. Like in this material world, we conduct a lot of experiments in the labs and we try to find out a lot of new scientific understandings, so scientific inventions, everything. But about Krishna, we cannot. There is no way we can find out. There is no way our modern science or our modern scientists, they are going to find out about Krishna. We cannot expect them to do some research and then come out with some understanding or predictions about Krishna. No way, it's impossible. Only Krishna himself has to reveal to us. That's what he is doing in this Bhagavad Gita. So in the 9th chapter, in the most confidential knowledge, Krishna is giving us all the knowledge what we need. Every chapter. So every sloka is full of knowledge, what we need. And we are very fortunate to understand this Bhagavad Gita fully, the way Krishna wants us to understand. And we are also able to practice. Because everything Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita can be put into practice, and it should be put into practice. Everyone has to follow. No one can do for others. In this material world, some job or some service you can do for others. But here, there is no praxis, no way. We cannot chant. I cannot chant for others. Everyone has to chant for themselves. That's what we need to understand. In order to gain control of the mind, chanting means it's to control our mind. So, Manasamyamya Machitto, I've used this quote very often from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is teaching us that control your mind by thinking about me. So, if I have to control my mind, then I have to think about Krishna. Same case with each and everyone. I cannot think about Krishna to control someone else's mind. That is not possible. So that way, each and everyone has to practice this Bhagavad Gita, follow Krishna's instructions. Evam nyatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshvi. Guru karma iva tasmatvam purvaigi purvataram krit. So by knowing that nothing is going to bind Krishna, by knowing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by knowing this Bhagavad Gita, by following the instructions given by Krishna in this Bhagavad Gita, many have attained perfection and reached Goloka. Mumukshvi. Guru karma iva tasmatvam purvaigi purvataram krit. So you also do it like them, how they did in the past. Guru karma iva tasmatvam purvaigi purvataram krit. That's what Krishna is saying. So we have to do like that only. They have already set the examples for us, set the path for us. The acharyas, they have given this knowledge. So now we are getting the opportunity. So we are extremely fortunate that we don't have to go anywhere. We can get this knowledge from wherever we are. And now we can make use of this science to get this knowledge, understand this Bhagavad Gita very well. So now just by following Krishna's instructions given in this Bhagavad Gita as it is, so we are going to purify ourselves. Each and every one of us, we have to follow, and we can control our mind. We can make our mind as our best friend. So then that way that individual can be happy if he follows Bhagavad Gita. So I cannot feel happiness for others. You cannot, every one of us cannot feel that kind of satisfaction and happiness for others. That has to come from within ourselves. It is not coming anything from outside. That's what we need to understand. So that way, when we associate with devotees, when we follow Bhagavad Gita, when we serve Krishna, so when we focus our mind only on Krishna all the time, so when we depend fully on Krishna all the time, our life is going to be extremely blissful, happy, peaceful. Otherwise, exactly the opposite thing. It's going to be completely, fully miserable in this way. Aneka chitta vibranta mokhajala samavrita prasaktaga kama bhogeshu patanti narakesu chau. So, with aneka chitta vibranta, we should not have that aneka chitta. We should not have only Krishna chitta. Aneka chitta means vibranta only, bewildered. Aneka chitta vibranta, by so many thoughts, different thoughts, bewildered by so many, a network of illusions. Moha jala samavrita. That's what, by network of illusions, moha jala samavrita. So, for devotees, it should be all the time, there should be only one thought, that is only Krishna, Krishna chitta, not aneka chitta. We have to focus our thoughts, we have to focus our mind only on Krishna. Then we are going to go to Goloka, not Naraka. Patanti Narake Asuchav. We are going to go to Krishna's well, Goloka. That's what this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is going to take us. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge is teaching us how to reach Goloka, how to reach Krishna. We are there. We are slowly progressing towards Krishna in this life. We are making use of all the opportunities and we are elevating ourselves towards Krishna. It's happening. It's happening in this life itself for us. We have to make full use of this opportunity and go to do as much service to Krishna as possible and elevate ourselves towards Krishna. So that's what we are trying to do. So there is no way we can waste any time. That's very important. Because time is Krishna, we cannot lose Krishna. If you are wasting time means we are losing Krishna. That's not good for us. Even though Krishna is with us, if we are not remembering that, if we are not remembering Krishna, who is with us, so that means we are wasting our time, we are losing Krishna. Whereas with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will actually make use of this life. All the time will be very nicely, we can make use of it, this opportunity to serve Krishna. Before we get old, we can do as much service as possible to Krishna. Even after we getting old, we can sit and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra all the time. We should not be thinking about what's happening in this world. That is, it's none of our business. Whatever is happening in this world, we should not be thinking too much about it. We are not going to be here when we die to worry about what's happening here. When we die, we are gone. That's it. There is absolutely no connection at all with this world. Even if we take again birth in the same place, in the same city, in the same street, you will not know. It's completely going to be a new life. So, that way, we should not be worried at all. We should not be thinking about anything. We should not be wasting our time focusing on too many nonsense things which are going in this world. We should not be wasting our time at all. That's why Krishna repeatedly says in Bhagavad Gita that one should avoid. Why general mass of people live in a solitary place, all such things. Arattiki jana samsati, everything Krishna is teaching. Vivikta desa sevitvam, arattiki jana samsati. So, that way, we need to actually spend all the time focusing on only Krishna. And whatever we do in this world, we should actually do it for Krishna. Anything we do. We have to work, we are working. So, we should think that we are working for Krishna. That's very important. And how can we make sure that we are working for Krishna? When we are not affected by the results, that's enough. If we are not affected by the results, that's enough to prove that we are working for Krishna. If you are not attached to the results, if you are not affected by the results, so that means we are working for Krishna. If we make sure that we sleep enough, so if we lose our sleep because of this work, that means we are not working for Krishna. If we make sure that we are sleeping enough, so that means we are working for Krishna. If we make sure that we are eating healthy prasadam which is offered to Krishna, so that means we should have enough time to prepare prasadam in the mode of goodness and offer to Krishna. Then we can say that we are working for Krishna. If we are not finding any time, and if we just eat junk food, fast food and all kinds of nonsense, and if we are not even able to find time to sleep, time to take care of our health, and if we simply say that I am working for Krishna, so that is not true. We are cheating. We are cheating ourselves. So in order to prove that we are working for Krishna, we have to do everything the way Krishna is asking us to do. So that is very, very important, because Krishna said very clearly that sleeping and eating should be regulated, controlled. That's very important. If we don't do that, then we cannot claim that we are doing it for Krishna. So the studying Bhagavad Gita, of course, we are studying every day. Krishna's mercy, we are studying. We keep on studying this Bhagavad Gita and enjoying and finding so much satisfaction when we study this Bhagavad Gita, because we are connected with Krishna. And at this point of time, we are able to disconnect ourselves from this material world. That's very much happening. We are not thinking about anything in this material world. We are able to now disconnect fully. We need to focus only on Krishna all the time. That we are able to do with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So that by Krishna's causeless mercy, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge gives us all the strength we need to serve Krishna. The spiritual strength we are gaining, and knowledge and intelligence, everything Krishna is giving. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge, with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we are getting everything. Now we have to simply make use of this. So the more and more we serve Krishna, the more and more our intelligence is going to become very, very sharp. So that means we will also be able to detach ourselves from this material world. We'll be able to disconnect ourselves from everything in this material world, this material entanglement. We will be able to completely come out of this. Subha subha palaireva mokshashe karma bandhanai sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimukto mam upaisasi. That's what we studied, correct, in the 9th chapter. So, by simply engaging ourselves in Krishna's devotional service, sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimukto mam upaisasi. By getting liberation, we will reach Krishna. Vimukto mam upaisasi. So we'll go to Krishna. By this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we are getting all the knowledge we need to go to Krishna, to reach Krishna. So that's what we are supposed to do. So our mind should not go anywhere else. We should not let our mind get deviated. That's very important. We should focus our mind only on Krishna. So that way, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, not desiring anything in this material world, not thinking about anything in this material world is very important. We should not be attached to anything in this material world. We should not be worried about anything in this material world. It's all very, very important. So with Bhagavad Gita knowledge only, we are able to accomplish this. By following Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad Gita only, we will be able to do this. Everything. So that way we should keep ourselves extremely busy in serving Krishna, means we should keep ourselves very busy in spreading Krishna's message also. We have to make a lot of devotees. We have to identify all the devotees and give this knowledge to them. So for that we need to think, we need to plan. So all such things Krishna himself will make arrangements for us, will create opportunities for us. So everything is going to happen by Krishna's mercy. Because this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is what Krishna is teaching, that it is going to purify us. There is nothing else is purer than this Bhagavad Gita. And simply by taking shelter into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, so we are going to go to Krishna. We are going to attain Krishna's nature. So that means we are going to get ourselves freed from our swabhava, simply by taking shelter into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That's what is going to happen. So that's what is happening with us right now. We are taking shelter into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We have full faith on Krishna. We have complete faith on this Bhagavad Gita. So that way we are not affected by anything happening in this material world. We are not interested in whatever like we can gain in this material world. So our gain has to be completely spiritual. So that means we should do everything only for Krishna's satisfaction. So that way, with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, day by day, we are getting very, very sharp, where our intelligence is becoming very, very sharp. Because when we are not attached to material world, so that means our intelligence is getting established. When we are attached to material sense objects, that means we are losing our intelligence. So we are now, Krishna's mercy, with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, by doing everything for Krishna, we are actually gaining intelligence. We are not losing intelligence. Our intelligence is single and focused only on Krishna only, with this Bhagavad Gita. So that way, every day, all our activities are actually Krishna conscious activities, with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So now we are not interested in anything in this material world, because Krishna says that Visaya Vinivartante Niragarasya Deginaga Rasavarjam Rasopyasya Param Drishva Nivartate. So by experiencing the higher taste, we'll automatically give up the lower taste. Yes, Sarvatrana Vishnegas Tatat Prapya Subha Subham Nabhinandati Nadvesti Tasya Prajna Pratistita. So we should not be like affected. We should not get affected by whatever results we got, whether it's Shubha or Ashubha, auspicious or inauspicious. We should not price when we get auspicious results, and we should not blame when we get inauspicious results. That's what Na Binandati Nadvesti. So then our intelligence is very well fixed. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we have successfully finished 29 slokas. We are understanding so many things about what Krishna is teaching us. So now in the Bhagavad Gita, in the sloka number 28, what we studied. Krubashubha Mokshashe karma bandhanaihi sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimukto mam upaisyashi. That's what I was quoting earlier. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will not be affected by auspicious and inauspicious results. So that way we are not attached to the results. So that way we will be freed from the karma bandha. Mokshashe karma bandhane. So we are freed from the karma bandha. So sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimukto mam upaisasi. So by engaging in Krishna's devotional service, so by not getting attached to the results, by giving up the attachment to the results, and by doing everything for Krishna, yuktatma, yoga yuktatma, so then we are getting liberation, vimukto, then we are going to reach Krishna, mam upaisasi. So you will come to me. That's what Krishna is saying. In this way, you will be freed from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. With your mind fixed on me in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. That's what Krishna is teaching. So we will go to Krishna. With our mind is fixed on Krishna, then we will go to Krishna. So then in the next sloka, what we studied in sloka number 29, Samogam Sarvabhuteshu Name dveshosti na priya ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyakam. I am equal to all living entities. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Samo. Krishna is sama. Krishna will not, like in this material world, we are not like Krishna. So we say that I like this person, I don't like this person, something like that. But Krishna likes everyone. Krishna loves everyone. Whether we love him or not, still Krishna loves. But Krishna is asking us to love him. If we love him, then it's good for us. Krishna loves all of us. Name dvesho asti na priyaga. So I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. So Krishna is equal to everyone. Ye bhajanti tu maam bhaktya. But anyone who renders devotional service unto me with devotion, he lives in me, I live in them. That's what Krishna is saying. So that way, we have to render devotional service unto Krishna with devotion. So bhakti. Bhakti is very important. Devotion is very important. Bhaktya maam abhijanati yavanyas-chasmi tattvataka. So with the bhakti only, we can understand about Krishna. Without bhakti, we cannot know anything about Krishna. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. So ye bhajanti tu ma bhaktya mayi te tesu chapya. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So then in the next sloka, what we are studying in this sloka number 30, Apichet suduracharo bhajate mamananyaba sadurevasya sadureva samantau samyak vyavasito hi saga. Apichet sudurachara. So, even if one commits the most abominable activities, acharo means a person who is doing good acts. Durachara means bad activities. Sudurachara means very, very bad, abominable, most abominable actions. Apichet suduracharo bhajate ma mananyabhat. But even if one commits most abominable activities, but if he is still engaged in my devotional service without any deviation, ananyabha, then he should be considered as a saint. Sadhu revasa mantavyaga. Because he is properly situated in his determination. Samyak vyavasitohi saga. That's what is very important. So, in whatever circumstances, we have to be a devotee of Krishna. That's what is very important. We should be focusing our mind on Krishna. We should be a devotee of Krishna. That's very, very important. So then everything is fine. So Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished sloka number 30 in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. So we'll chant 2 rounds of mantra, which will roughly take about 15 minutes. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hema Mataji. Hare Krishna, Chitrita Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Sorry.
Sorry, no problem. Carry on.
Yeah, this one. Hare Krishna, Hema Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
How are
Krishna.
you? How
By
is everyone
Krishna's
at home?
classless mercy, I'm doing fine, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. The last stanza which we did the last was, I was reading the purport of Prabhupada. So it was very, very nicely explained. You know? That we can't, just like parents, parents, when they correct the children, the same way when Krishna says, do this or do this, if you follow
Yes.
him, it becomes easier for us,
Yes.
get into
Yes,
the
we are his
routine of-
children, correct? If we follow Krishna's instruction, it's good for us because he's our father.
Yes, I know. And the purport was very, very nicely explained.
Yes,
Just only yesterday I was reading that, so I thought we should share it with you.
yes,
It was
yes.
very convincing and very clear. There's a lot of clarity in that.
Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Chitrita Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare.
Guruji, I just had one doubt in my mind. That is, I want to know the difference between a person with demonic qualities and one who does abominable activities. Abominable activities. Now, the two of them.
Yeah, but this person is, Krishna is saying that he should be considered saintly. So he's not a demoniac person because he's without any deviation, he's engaged in Krishna's service. But maybe he's doing such abominable activities because still he is not completely freed from the modes of nature. So that was his swabhava. So, but because he's a devotee of Krishna, he's rendering a devotional service to Krishna without any deviation. So that means, that's what in the next sloka, what we are going to study tomorrow. So this, you will become quickly righteous and you will not commit such sins anymore. But the demoniac persons are not like that. They say that there is no God in control. So asatyam apratistam te jagaddavar anishwaram. So they engage in all kinds of horrible means to destroy this world. And for them, until the end of this, till the death, till they die, so Chintama parimeyam cha pralayantam upashitaga kamopabhoga parama etavat iti nishitaga. So there will be pralayantam upashitaga. So until the time of death, they will have unlimited worries. So their case is not the same as this person. You understand that, Mother?
Yes, abominable activities a person does on somebody. For example, so much of killing, human killing, whatever. So that person, he is considered to be good if at all he does it for Krishna, like Arjun had to do. That is one thing, number one. Or he is not aware of what he is doing, and he is creating so much of kind of unrest.
Either way, he's not aware of, but he is not going to commit such abominable activities afterwards, because that's what in the next sloka we will study. So he will become righteous. So when a person is committing abominable activities, it is not the right thing to do, but that is because of his swabhava. So, but because of swabhava, everyone is supposed to commit sins, correct? When Arjuna himself asked Krishna that by what one is simple to commit sinful acts unwillingly as if engaged by force. Atakaina praikoyam papam charati purushaga anichana pivasne baladivan yochitaga, correct? So that way, everyone is forced to commit sins, but still, if he has full faith on Krishna, if he has full devotion unto Krishna, so that means he's safe. He should be considered saintly. That's what Krishna is saying. So he is going to become righteous person quickly. You understand?
But Guruji, one more thought on this is that a person may realize this very late after creating a lot of problems. Okay, whatever, killing, hatred, war, whatever you want to talk. So this realization comes late, but meanwhile, there are people who are God-revering, who are, sattvic in nature, who have been the sufferers. So what does one person feel like when at the end of it, you find somebody else who has been wrong lifelong, and then suddenly decides to be, given that leeway, saying that you're a good person just because he has turned to Krishna? How does is that the karmic then karma
No,
of each
not
other?
at all. Anyone. So if such a person becomes a devotee of Krishna, he can come out of there. Means the other person you are saying as Satvik and all such qualities, good qualities. If that person surrenders into Krishna, so then he's also going to be. The important point is that whether you are surrendering unto Krishna or not, that's what is very important. Whether
That is
you
a mind.
faith on Krishna or not, that's what is very important.
Correct. So that the person who surrenders into Krishna will not have to face this kind of a problem. All right, got it, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Munmun Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. I joined after a long time actually because there's some issues. While I've joined, actually, my call get disconnected in June. So a lot of time I missed the class actually, and I have to go through that, YouTube and all.
So you're still in India, correct, Mataji?
Yes, Guruji. I'm still in India. I'll return back on 5th of August.
Okay.
This is a long actually vacation this time.
Very
And
nice.
with Krishna's mercy, only all the work that went very smooth, and that thread ceremony also of my son, that went very nicely. So all
Everything
his
Krishna
mercy.
will.
Yes, Guruji. So thank you so much. So I joined and just listening actually. So it's like the 9th chapter almost finished, right, Guruji?
Yes. Yes, Mataji. Another 4 more slokas.
Yes, Guruji. So I missed some couple of slokas. Means like live Zoom classes I was not able to join.
Yeah.
So no problem anyway, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Another
Thank you.
three. Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam, Guruji.
Dandavad
Dandavat
Pranam.
Pranam, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Hare Krishna.
Ipsa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for this class, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful class, Guruji. After many days, I was able to attend the class peacefully. Otherwise, I had a lot of, things going on around the house.
Yes.
Or outside, or it was this thing. So very happy to listen to the class, Guruji.
Yes.
I think, as you said, Krishna will give the strength and confidence once you become his devotee. Yes, and so that your future, you will know that you will become stronger and stronger only with Krishna's consciousness. That all other things will fail in comparison.
Yes.
All other, will go away.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the class,
Thank
Guruji.
you, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
I think I had the same doubt which Mataji asked before, on the morality question. But I think, can we assume that that person who's doing something wrong is doing, who are we to judge? But if there is something wrongly being done, it is that he is destined to do it.
Yeah,
And
because
Krishna
of
has
the
put him there
Swabhava
to do
only. Everyone, as I was explaining to Mataji also, Siddhartha Mataji also, the Swabhava only we are committing sins. That's why it is Nityenamiga Vairinam, Kamesa, Krodesa, Rajoguna, Samudva, Mahasana, Mahapapma. So Mahapapma means it's a sinful. It's all devouring, Mahasana, devouring sinful enemy. So that way, all kinds of sins, everyone, we can't even say. So, but what Krishna is saying that if you are a devotee of Krishna, if you fully love Krishna, if you engage in devotional service, so that means we are going to be saved. We are going to become righteous. That's what in the next sloka we are going to study. So all any sins, everything. So because of Swabhava only, Swabhava can do because of Swabhava. We are not the doer. We know very well from Bhagavad Gita. Only the three modes of material nature are the doer. That is Swabhava is the doer. Swabhavastu pravartate. So that way, because of Swabhava he is doing, and once he surrenders to Krishna, then he will get Krishna's bhava. So then he will not do anymore. He won't do anymore because he's freed from this swabhava.
Okay. Okay, I understand better now.
Yes.
Uh,
All of us in this material world here, there are so many sinful things are going on because it's very like it is like that, correct? Swabhava is Maya is very powerful, very powerful. Yes, ma'am. So we have to
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. I think I get a little understanding of this.
Yes.
I am trying to think that everybody plays a role. I mean, and
what Krishna is coming to say in the next 2 slokas, when 2-3 slokas, when we study, we'll fully understand. It doesn't matter who we are. Surrendering to Krishna is rendering devotional service unto Krishna is very important. If we do that, then we are safe. We will go to Krishna. That's what is very important.
got it. Okay, Guruji. Thank you very much. Thank you for the understanding. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. Learn that we must do devotional service, but with devotion. So we just do like that only without our mind not being concentrated. There has to be bhakti in us.
Yes, Mother.
So to develop bhakti, Guruji, we need to work on our chanting and prasadam and everything.
Yes, Mother. Yes, Mother. We have to follow Krishna's instructions.
Yes,
We
Guruji.
need to give up all materialistic attachments. That's right.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Aruna Devi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Pranam, Mataji.
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. Today I understand, Prabhuji, every sloka in Bhagavad Gita is full of knowledge. We should to follow Bhagavad Gita and Krishna's instructions. Everyone to chant to control our mind by thinking about Krishna. By following Bhagavad Gita, we can attain Krishna. By following Bhagavad Gita, we are purifying our mind. When we follow Bhagavad Gita, when we remember always Krishna, serve our duties to Krishna, then we are full of happiness. We should not have any we should not have aneka chintas. We should have only Krishna chinta. We should focus our mind on Krishna only. Bhagavad Gita teaches how to worship Krishna, how to go to Goloka. We should not waste our time. That means we are losing Krishna because time is Krishna only. So we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra all the time and all the time remember Krishna only. We need to spend all the time focusing on Krishna and serve for Krishna. We should work only for Krishna and regulate our eating and other habits and other activities. Bhagavad Gita knowledge gives us strength to work for Krishna and how to detach from material ways. With Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we will get liberation. We should keep ourselves always in Krishna consciousness. By engaging always in Krishna's devotion service, we are liberate and go to Krishna. Krishna loves everyone. And Krishna is equal to all. If we love Krishna, he is good for us. So we should worship Krishna with devotion and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra always. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mother.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna. Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Lisa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Guruji, though today's shloka number 30 was a bit confusing because of our limited knowledge. Today we learned that if one commits the most abominable action, but is engaged in devotional service to Krishna, then Krishna, being situated within our heart, purifies us and excuses us and considers that person to be saintly. So this is what we understood, Guruji, today. And I guess a true devotee of Krishna would not be engaged in any abominable action otherwise also.
Yes.
So Guruji, thank you so much for your efforts. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank
Hare-
you, Guruji. Thank you for the wonderful class. Today's class was very interesting.
Yes. Yes, merci.
Thank you.
Om Tat
Hare
Sat. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam Guruji.
Om Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Today, by the costless mercy of Krishna, we are studying Bhagavad Gita, the King of Secrets, most confidential knowledge, where Krishna directly delivers the knowledge about himself. No other way to know about Krishna. We can't get the knowledge of Krishna anywhere. Only Krishna has delivered this knowledge that we need. The knowledge we are putting in practice also. Chanting is there to control our mind. Follow Krishna's instruction to attain perfection, to purify ourselves. To focus on Krishna, depend on Krishna in all the time, our life will be very happy. Devotees should always have Krishna thought only, not many other thoughts. If we don't remember Krishna, we are wasting our time. But with Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we are making best use of life. We should not think about whatever going in the world. There is no need. We need to focus only on Krishna only, do everything for Krishna. That is, if we are not attached to Krishna, to the results, if we are not attached to the results, we are working for Krishna only. Follow Krishna's instructions to keep disconnected from all material world activities. Bhagavad Gita gives all the strength, knowledge, and intelligence to serve Krishna. By Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we get all knowledge to reach Krishna. We are taking shelter unto Bhagavad Gita knowledge, by which day by day our intelligence getting sharp by detaching to the material world. All our activities should be Krishna conscious. In the last 9th chapter, 29th sloka, Krishna tells, I am equally disposed to all living entities. No one I hate or no one dear to me. Those who render transcendental service to me with devotion is a friend to me, and I am also a friend to him. In the latest 30th sloka, Krishna tells, even if one person commits most abominable activities by Swabhava, and if he is engaged in devotional service unto me without deviation, he will be considered as a saint properly situated in his determination. Everything nicely told, nicely understood. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु धन्यवाद प्रणाम
धन्यवाद प्रणाम
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे
हरे हरे
ரொம்ப நன்றி பிரபு நல்லா கிளாஸ் ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா
हरे कृष्ण शीला माता जी हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji. Guruji, I was late today in joining. I missed the class.
Yes, ma'am. You can
I will
follow
catch up with YouTube today. Thank you, Guruji, for all your efforts and daily keeping us in contact with Krishna. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Every day we are learning new
Yes,
things.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagu Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Krishna Guruji, a nice class. Really, I think there are probably nicely expressed. So we should devote to Lord Krishna, Gita. Really, I am extremely whatever I should equal discourse to Lord Krishna. Maybe Durachar, or anywhere, any evil pursuits. Only devotion is required, nothing else. But yeah, really, I am very grateful. Nice class. There is a chaos and noise here. I am in public place. So really, I am very grateful. Extremely, whatever the conditions may be, we should not deviate from Gita class. The ultimate source, and nothing else. What is happening around us, nothing bothers. Maybe we have to listen to Gita. That be the only healer of all kind of maladies, all problems, moods, what is suffer. So Gita is a must. Really, I am very extremely indebted to Guruji. Because of you, we are in this divine journey, this transcendental knowledge, this Radha Vidya, Bhyo Jnanam. We acquire every day. We are very fortunate and blessed by your grace, by your mercy, and I am very thankful to Guruji. Pranam Guruji. Sadada Naman Naman.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Anika Mataji, Hare Krishna. Pranam Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare
Ram
Ram.
Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare Hare.
Thank you so much for the class.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank
Hare
you. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Pranayappan Prabhu, your mic is not showing yet. Your audio is not showing. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, let us listen to Srila. Okay. Pranayappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Pranayappan Prabhu. Let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan and come back.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.